And I just want to say on behalf, I'm also president of the League of Municipalities, which I suspect has something to do with me being here today. But again, this legislation can have a positive effect on so many people here in New Jersey. And again, thank you to the governor, Senator Sarlo, who sponsored the bill. Senator is right over here. Thank you, Senator, from our 36th district. And a good friend. This bill, we're very much in favor of this bill, this piece of legislation. It will allow people that feel that their property taxes, they're getting hurt, and there are a number of people that will be hurt by what Washington has done. So this will give them an opportunity to perhaps save a few dollars. And we're all looking at ways to save a few dollars. You know, nobody likes to pay. We have to pay, need the services, but sometimes it gets a little tough. And this legislation hopefully alleviates some of that as we move forward. The League looks to work with the governor's office, with the legislature. I've been assured that that going forward and hopefully working with the League, I know that from the mayor's perspective, there's a lot of questions about this. And we're hoping that through the League, we'll be able to offer some seminars on this and to be able to work through whatever difficulties that may arise. But that's for people much smarter than me to discuss with our mayors and our governing bodies. So this is set up, and talking to the legislators, they do believe, and of course the governor, they do believe that we are in good shape and that federal laws will allow us to move forward, and we hope that's the case. So without further ado, again, welcome to our governor, Governor Murphy. Thank you so much for being here in East Rutherford.
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you. There will be no more Dallas Cowboy moments in East Rutherford as long as we're here. Good morning, and thank you all for being here today. Thank you, Mayor Jim Casella, for welcoming us to East Rutherford. It's always great to be in Bergen County, and it's a particular treat to be here in East Rutherford this morning. So thank you for hosting us so graciously. And it's especially great to be joined up here by some folks working hard every day for our taxpayers. I don't know where we would be without Senator Bob Menendez and Congressman Bill Pascrell. What a treat to have you guys here, so thank you for that. As well as the sponsors of this bill, just doing exactly that same kind of work on taxpayers' behalf in Trenton, Senator Paul Sarlo and Assemblyman John McKeon. Thank you guys. And to the many members, the many rather elected officials, mayors, members of council, freeholder, other concerned citizens, and I might add, importantly, from both sides of the aisle. That's an important point to make. It is no secret that New Jersey's middle class will be taking it on the chin with a $10,000 cap on the state and local tax or SALT deduction. And today we are taking a step to restore the property tax relief that the new federal law is set to take away. We know that President Trump and the Republican leadership in Congress targeted states like New Jersey when they wrote this law. We know now that New Jersey will get the 5th least benefit among all 50 states. We know now that more New Jerseyans will see their taxes rise than in any other state. We now will continue to get back less from Washington than what we send. 41% of New Jersey households have benefited from the SALT deduction, and they will now lose an average of $8,000 in federal tax deductions. It is, to be clear, a de facto tax hike on countless New Jersey households. We know that President Trump and the leadership in Congress cooked this up to benefit the states that were with him, instead of treating everyone fairly and to give a windfall to the wealthiest individuals in the biggest companies. It is divisive, it is wrong, and we will continue to fight. I remember several months ago when I was asked, I think it was still in transition after we had won the election, what do you think will happen? Because they're claiming that workers will get a big windfall. And I said, I guarantee you, sure as we're sitting here, that companies on the company side will buy their stock back, and that shareholders will be the big beneficiary. And I'm not picking on Apple, a great company, but you saw earlier this week a $100 billion with a B dollar buyback. And let's remember that 10% of America, 84% of the stock market. So let there be no doubt what the implications are for this. With the legislation that I'm about to sign in a few minutes, we're going to give residents back some of this much-needed tax deduction by expressly allowing municipalities to create charitable funds through which taxpayers can donate in exchange for tax credits up to 90% of their donation that will reduce their property tax bill. Here in East Rutherford, the average household is losing over $3,000 in SALT deductions. When Mayor Casella and the council create this new charitable fund, the borough will be helping residents get this deduction